is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into different band, different artists, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between. We try to. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. So that's all I have for the boring intro. We are in Josh Free season, or Friesen, some might call it. So we're doing a band that he was in that, he was never in the band, but he played on this record because he's played on over 300 records. So what band are we doing this week, Jeff? This is your pick. What are we doing this week? What band did you make me listen to this week?
From the small amount of things that I could have picked from, we're doing Puddle of Mudd.
Yes, the small amount, the hundreds, if not 1,000 things you could have chosen.
The infinite amount of artists that exist in the sphere of music in general. I was given a list of 300, and most of that list is just okay, do I really want to fucking do Seal? No.
Honestly, I probably would have done Seal over Puddle of Mudd. We could have done Paramore. We could have done Paramore. We could have done
Paramore. Got him.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we did.
On the new format?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the new format, but
I don't know. Anyway, what are you doing with your lips? Don't do that.
I put chapstick on.
I know. I saw. I seen you. You make a spectacle of putting chapstick on. I know.
I just put chapstick on.
You don't put chapstick. You don't put chapstick on normally. You just don't do that.
How do you put chapstick on normally? It's just fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. Done.
Take out your chapstick right now. If you're watching on video, take out your chapstick.
I'm still shaping this one though.
It's still shaping it. Okay.
I'm still shaping it.
He balls it look. It's like a ball.
I'm still shaping it.
It's almost like lipstick. Yeah. It looks like a lipstick. Ugh.
No.
Yeah. See. Performative chapstick putting on.
You go horizontal and then you also twirl.
Oh my god.
I'm taking all the crevices. Do you ever see me with chapped lips?
No, I don't. But still, the way you put it on is so fucking weird.
Renee always gets mad at me because she says I chew loud, and I say, "Well, have you ever seen me choke on my food?" Exactly.
Idiot.
I fucking just, dude. I'm like an immersion blender. Like the way I chew my food, it basically is liquid by the time it goes into my gullet. It goes down my gullet.
It's kind of disgusting, but okay.
Well, you ever see me choke on food? Got him. Ryan choked on food a lot back in the day. Remember how much Ryan would go like that?
Yeah.
I never choke on food.
Ryan does a lot of weird things.
Well, just saying.
Oh, boy. All right. So Puddle of Mudd, Come Clean. This is their first major label debut. Technically their second full length. This came out in 2002, I believe. And this is Wes Scantlin on vocals and a whole new band, which we'll get into the behind the scenes of this record a little bit and how it was made. But let's get into our origin story with Puddle of Mudd. We'll get into our first impressions and then go from there. So origin story, what do you got? Go.
So this came out 2001, not 2002.
Okay.
This actually came out, I think it came out, it's not the same thing because my origin story coincides with when it was released. This came out 3 days after I saw them live at the Inland Invasion in 2001.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I remember because I was there to see The Offspring, right? I was there to see Weezer. I was there to see Pennywise.
Didn't Incubus play there too?
Yeah. That was when I can't remember who the fuck, there was a whole thing. And then Social D was there. But on the side stage was Puddle of Mudd, and then a bunch of other fucking bands I did not give a shit about. I didn't give a shit about Puddle of Mudd either. But I remember hearing She Hates Me, and it's oh, that's a good fucking song. And I remember singing along to it after, once the third, fourth chorus hit. I was oh, this is a good fucking song. And then the next year, early in 2002, the music video dropped. I was dude, I know this song. So it was kind of I don't know. I do. That's my one and only Puddle of Mudd banger. I have no other banger for the entirety of their discography, except for She Hates Me, and just because I have that nostalgia of hearing it live first and then hearing it later on. But yeah, when I looked it up, Inland Invasion was August 25th, and this came out August 28th, 3 days later. And I had no idea who this band was. And I remember that I thought dude, they sound like garbage. Sounds like every fucking other horrible band that I hate from this era, and I hated it except for that one song.
So I just looked it up right now, and that was the first year of K-Rock's Inland Invasion show that they would do every year during the summer. I did not go to this. You and I weren't actually. At this time, you and I hadn't even met yet because you hadn't because we started high school that fall of 2001. So you and I,
what,
2 weeks?
September?
It was like three weeks later. Yeah, 3 weeks later we met. It was August 25th was when this show was.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the lineup. The main stage: The Offspring, Mike D and Mixmaster Mike, Incubus, Social Distortion, Pennywise, Weezer, and Long Beach Dub All Stars on the main stage.
Right.
Side stage 1, Puddle of Mud, Cold, Edema,
God.
Drowning Pool were supposed to play, but they canceled. And then a band called Scapegoat Wax, never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
And then side stage 2 was Bombay Black, never heard of them. Shoppy, never heard of them. And Function, never heard of them either.
Never
but
heard of them either.
That was the full lineup of that year that you went.
Yeah, so that's that side stage. So, like, I don't know who played first. I remember Puddle of Mudd played during the day because I was like, there's no fucking way I'm missing The Offspring. I think The Offspring and Weezer were the two bands that I really, really wanted to see. And I remember the Puddle of Mudd played during the day because I would not have missed The Offspring for that. But I don't remember Cold or Edema, and that makes sense because there's no fucking way I would sit there for Cold or Edema. So fucking hard pass to those. But yeah, that was my first. That was like my first like concert where, like, Talina took me,
your cousin,
and she just let us. She's like, "All right, have fun," and we're like, "What?" Like, what were we, like 13, 14?
Yeah.
And that was when I saw like people jumping over fires and stuff. I was like, "Who? I want to do that." So that was a hell of a show.
Out in San Bernardino, man, that was going to a show at that venue at that time was like the fucking Wild West, man. People jumping over fires. All the fucking Nazis that would go there.
I was just going to say, that was the first time I saw like a grown fucking man take his shirt off and there's a massive swastika
across his entire back.
Chest.
Or no, it was his back or chest? I don't remember.
I mean, like for this one, it was his chest.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a guy like who's a big swastika on his chest, and he walked around the pit. And even then, I was like, because my buddy's name was Eric at the time with a K. I was like, yeah, we should let's go. This is not no. I'm like legit. I'm too scared to be here right now. I don't want to be here right now.
Oh man, that was a wild time. But or that time of going to shows. So yeah, so that's your origin story.
Yeah, my
origin story is the video for Blurry. I don't remember the first time I saw it, but I know it was the video for that on MTV. I don't remember what show it was on, but I hated it. I know I fucking hated it so much. I still don't like the song, but yeah, that's my origin story. And they would play it so goddamn much. I think,
so
and I think it was one of those videos that actually was on both MTV and VH1. There, every once in a while, you get a video that would be played on both.
Ugh.
And Puddle of Mud, I believe, was one of those videos, or the Blurry video was. And yeah, I never liked it, but when I watched the video today, because I haven't watched it since high school, I watched it today, and I just got this nostalgia watching the video, hanging out with my friends, watching MTV, and having to sit through that Puddle of Mud video too. It was so weird because I hate it. I hate the song, I hate the video, but I have nostalgia with it, and that makes me mad.
Good. That's good though.
So yeah, clearly we're not fans of Puddle of Mud.
No.
This is a tough week. This is like I said in the rankings episode.
Bad.
Like I said in the rankings episode, this is the hardest week I have ever had on this podcast, and we've been doing this since 2016. And the only ones that come close were when we did Poison and
Stained.
Stained was rough, but Poison was the worst by far. Poison was the worst.
I think this is the worst. I had more fun with Poison, and Stained was at least a better band overall.
Well, the first Stained record is actually pretty cool.
It's
that
fine,
first record's pretty
it's
cool.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine in the same way that the first Puddle of Mud record is fine.
No, you're wrong.
Puddle of Mud only exists for one song. Like
that's not even the best song. Yeah.
You take She Hates Me out of my life, and like no, I'm no, fuck that. That is not just like my biggest banger. I love that song, and just for so many reasons. But yeah, Puddle of Mud exists only for that song. And yes, that is the best song on this record because it's the only song on this record that's fun. Everything else on this record, at best, is like, that was a good part.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So we usually break it down with bangers, songs that are bangers, songs that are okay, meh, and then we have our stinkers. Sometimes a beyond stinker we might have. Do we have any bangers on this record?
Of course.
Okay, I have zero bangers.
I think She Hates Me is a beyond banger. Oh wait, I got it. That's what it is. That's what it is right here.
Oh my god! I keep forgetting you have that little machine.
Little machine. It's a fucking it's a fart
Put it up to
noise
the camera.
remote, but it's for size. It's that's what it
there
is.
You go.
It's a fart, the handheld
little fart machine,
noise.
but it's for size.
Yeah, but it's for size, like
people sighing.
Size.
Wow.
And the one I pressed for you was the female one. She's being extra bitchy. So.
Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Maybe I'll keep that. I don't know. I kind of like that.
Yeah, don't give it to Ryan. Keep it. Keep it for the pod.
Really give it to Ryan. Give it to Ryan. Remember the Sohail thing?
No. Whatever. We're not going to go down a rabbit hole.
Okay.
We can go on down a rabbit hole outside of the episode. So let's. So I have no bangers. Like I said, I have no bangers.
Okay, that's fine.
I have no I think they're all.
I don't have any stinkers. I don't have any true stinkers. I think all these songs, like at best, except for She Hates Me, are like meh. Some have cool parts, but like for me to be a stinker, I thought for sure I'd have a lot of stinkers, but I really don't. These songs aren't stinker territory, which is almost even worse because at least stinkers are memorable. These songs are so fucking middle ground, and after She Hates Me, I mean, I even wrote next to some of these songs I put a T, which means we should probably talk about it. But after She Hates Me, I have no T's. Okay,
all right, and yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, I agree with you. This whole album is just vanilla. It's vanilla. Normally when we say vanilla, it means that it's good. Like Foo Fighters, they're good. They just have some good songs, some solid songs.
It's my favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla.
Yeah, I like vanilla ice cream. Yeah, French vanilla ice cream is so good.
Don't class it up. I like American vanilla.
Okay. So, but on this one, this is it's like just a riding the line kind of vanilla bad. It's hard to describe it. This is on the opposite side of good vanilla. This is like bad vanilla, where it's just there's nothing really to write home about, and there's nothing so overtly bad that you want to talk about it. It's just not the most pleasant experience. That's really what this album is, and this whole band is. Every album really is. So yeah, I guess technically I don't have any stinkers. I have 4 okay songs, 4 meh songs. But other than that, yeah, no bangers. Fucking none of these songs are bangers. I would never go back to these songs unless I was hanging out with somebody who
why do you hate She Hates Me so much?
I think it's such a stupid over the top song that's not even so bad it's funny. It's a vanilla joke song. But it's a vanilla joke song.
Bad it's
this
funny.
Is their vanilla version of doing a joke song, and it just doesn't hit. It does not hit.
But come the fuck out of here. Act like it's not catchy. You know it's catchy. It's got the "I saw your mommy," right? The suicidal. I saw mommy, and your mommy's dead. Dude, that ding 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 ding. That's catchy. And the fact that he just bases the whole shtick around that little riff and never changes and never does anything else except for that, and even the solo, he just churches it up a little bit. I mean, it's the same concept as Closing Time, right? Closing Time is the same 4 notes, just modulated a little bit differently. But this is. But
also, dude, his vocals, marble mouth vocals, man, they're just. It's too over the top, man.
See,
way too over the top.
Here's why I really do enjoy the song, and I shouldn't even say I enjoy the song. It's just I think the way I use it, because I weaponize this song a little bit too, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the Jarl here that he has, it kind of comes off as pop punky because of the way the song is set up. So I excused the Jarl in favor of a more like Newfound Glory, kind of like nasally, like the mean girl, like if you just sped this up and double time the drums, this would be a cool like Newfound Glory song, especially when it gets in like the later parts and gets heavier. We can get a little bit faster. But I like this song a lot too, because not only did I see it live and I thought like, oh, this is a fucking really cool song, and then this kind of like introduced me to why I hate this whole genre of nu metal and post grunge and butt rock and your favorite band Bush and everything that came like Bush. About this.
They have like 10 good songs.
Like that's why I like this. But also, this is one of my favorite karaoke songs. Actually, I only sing this when I'm with Renee. So when with Renee, it's always like this big thing, and she fucking hates it. So
your wife, by the way, it's your wife. If people don't know, it's his wife. Yeah.
So it's always like when I say, he's at church, like, oh, this goes out to Renee. She's my wife. She's been there since the beginning. This one's for you. And then it's this and like I don't even care like what anybody else thinks, but because she hates it so much is why I love this song. So like that's what I like when I say weaponize it. That's why I like this song a lot.
But also you shouting her out like that is like such a fucking middle-aged dad thing to do.
Oh, she fucking hates it. And then of course, like because I'm not a good singer, and I don't try to be a good singer, and I don't even try to like sing in tune or key or anything.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's just I like you could just turn off the music entirely. I'll do it a cappella, Eminem style.
You do it every day. I mean, anytime I've ever hung out with you for the last 25 years, you just start singing. Yeah, and you'll sing the same thing all day, over and over and over and over.
I hear it, sing it.
You'll get in this like jag, and you'll just fucking do the same line all fucking day, and then it gets stuck in my head.
What's a jag? What are you fucking like 75 years old? Who's a jag?
Yeah.
You jag? What are you fucking? What are you Jake Peralta over here? You jag? So that's why like she hates me is a banger for me. But it is God, I wish like Puddle of Mudd was a fun band.
I wish they were a good band.
Even if Puddle of Mudd was, let's say the Foo Fighters put out She Hates Me, right? This would be a different conversation. This would be a different conversation because it'd be like this obviously a joke song by Dave Grohl, and like it's a funny thing that he did. If anybody did She Hates Me outside of Puddle of Mudd, it would be a different conversation. Possibly. But because Puddle of Mudd because like Wes probably thought this was because Wes probably thought this was a fucking great song. He's like, oh, this is probably so emotional, man. Like this is the most emotional thing ever written. Like that's why it like diminishes its value. But the value is in the campiness. The value is in the jokiness. But this band's not a campy or joke band, so that's why the song sucks to most ears. But I like to believe that if this was done by a serious band, but like this was a B-side and a joke song, and they embrace it as such, it'd be a different story.
Okay.
But I still like it.
I mean, I think the guitar playing is the guitar parts are they're fun, they're catchy. It is very pop punky, but
it's 4 notes the whole time.
I know.
That's it.
I know.
Literally 4 notes.
They threw in some distortion for the palm mutes, and then it kind of builds a little bit into the chorus, and it gets heavier and blah blah blah. But
blah, blah,
just like
blah.
Just kind of like typical boring pop rock. That's really what this is. It's catchy, yeah, because it's so fucking stupid and over the top. But this is my second OK song. So it's not even my favorite OK song. It's my second OK song. Musically, I mean, guitar playing wise, like you mentioned, it's just the 4 chords, nothing crazy. Vocally, a lot of Jarl, and then Josh's drums, man. We hear it all over this record, and it just sounds like, I mean, Josh has talked about, not specifically this band, but a lot of instances where he'll go into the studio and he will never hear the song that he's playing the drums to. They'll just say, play X amount of bars, do this, blah, 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 at this tempo, here's a click track, and he'll just play the drums. And that's it. Have no context of what he's actually playing. And then so people will tell him, oh yeah, you played on Avril Lavigne's record, you played on so-and-so's record. He's like, I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. And there are certainly moments on this record that feels like that. This is one of them.
It's all of the record except for one song that feels like that.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But also, Josh Freese does have recollection of recording this record because he did talk about this record specifically on the Office Hours podcast with Tim Heidecker, and that was a great clip, it's like a 2.5 minute clip.
That's gotta be bullshit though. Like Tim had to have known he was on this Puddle of Mudd.
Oh
record.
yeah. So the whole clip starts out with like Tim's like kind of like teasing him, oh, you played on a million records and you probably would join Puddle of Mudd or something like that. And Josh was like, well, actually, I did play on their first record. And he's like, no, you got to be fucking kidding me. What, are you kidding me? And blah blah blah. And then Josh tells a couple stories about that whole time of when he played on the record, which we'll get more into because I do want to talk about what he was saying in that, also connected with Fred Durst, because I think that's really important too.
But Josh was also kind of a little bitch about it too, because he talked about like the money or whatever he wants, and he's like, don't worry about it, just keep my name out of the credits. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, this is your fucking job. And like when we talk about Josh Freese being a great drummer, this is not it.
Yeah,
like, what he does in this record is not it. But it's a paycheck, and it's probably going like, because of like Blurry and She Hates Me. Those are the two biggest songs on Spotify. Because of those two songs, like Josh is still going to make a little bit of money and longevity, whether or not he even has like songwriting credits or they paid him X amount of dollars to begin with. But like this is the stuff that makes him the money. It's not like the Vandals. It's shit like this. It's garbage like this that he can go on and do. Like he probably did this in like. He probably put down his drum track in less time the actual running time of the record is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's worthless.
Play this verse, and we'll just cut it up in Pro Tools and loop it in Pro Tools. Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like
you're
this is what he
right.
pays his bills. So when he says shit like that, it's kind of like, okay. Like, I know you're trying to be punk still, but like, just I don't know.
But
that
also,
kind of stuff bothers me.
but keep in mind, I don't know if at this time, if he was still under contract with Guns N' Roses. He might have still been under contract with Guns N' Roses, because I do know, I've heard stories where when he was with the band, it was in his contract that Axl said that you cannot play in other bands, and that's the reason why he didn't play on the one Vandals record and so on. And there's some records he didn't play on that he should have played on because he was under contract. It might be the case for this one. I don't know, so maybe that's why he made that comment like, oh, yeah, you don't credit me on this, because he's not credited. He's now he shows as credited, but at the time he was not. So that could be a reason why. And also, I've also heard him talk about in interviews that he, it got to a point like in the late 90s, he said that he was doing so many records that he was so burnt out from the experience that he said he was tracking like 4 records a week from 4 different artists. And he was saying that he was doing records that he would play on them, and then they would never ever be released. He said it would be to the point where like Avril Lavigne, she gave an example, Avril Lavigne blew up. So every record label was like, oh, we need our own Avril. So they'd find like some girl in LA who was kind of had some sort of buzz. They'd give her a record contract. Josh would play drums on it. That record would never see the light of day. So he said,
fucking half-rate Hoku.
Essentially, yeah. And so that's what he was saying. Like, you know, that it would just became this endless just kind of loop of playing stuff, and it kind of like discouraged him from playing drums to an extent. So he stopped playing on as many records because he was just so burnt out from all this experience. So there's that too.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and that's
because in the end, that's a lot of work. Like even 4 different records. I mean, I get you're just playing basic stuff, but that's still a lot of fucking work. and to phone it in like that too is, I don't know. The guy's a fucking workhorse, and I have the utmost respect for Josh Freese. He's one of my favorites ever. I think he's fucking fantastic in every way. I mean,
he's definitely like a top 5 favorite drummer. He'll never be in contention for any argument over the best drummer, but he for sure can be a top 5 favorite drummer.
Yeah, I mean, also playing with Sting. I mean, that just shows you right there, like the fact that he played with Sting for so many years and just absolutely nailed those Stuart Copeland parts. Just shows like how incredibly diverse the guy is. He can go from that to playing some like crazy kind of, not crazy, but like metal stuff that he wouldn't normally play with a Perfect Circle or whatever fucking band he's going with. You know, he's fucking can do anything, and he does everything really, really well. Extremely tight. Josh Freese is amazing.
He's really, really good.
He's fucking
really,
great.
really good. Not on this record, but he's really, really good.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's not because he's not good. It's just this record sucks, and like that's not what this record calls for. We don't call for a good Josh Freese throwing in good drum parts. We call for right? For like She Hates Me. Like that's what we call for, and that's something. It's not fine.
There are even some songs on here where he's literally playing the whole, like, so until you get to I forgot what song it is, and I don't care to look through my notes right now, but in one of the songs, it's literally the same beat. No fills transitioning from the verses to the choruses or out of them. The same beat until you hit the bridge, and then it changes from the hi-hat snare to a crash snare. Like, that's literally the only difference in that entire song. It sounds like, just give me a 4/4 loop, and we're just going to loop it in fucking Pro Tools. That's literally what they did. That's what it sounded like. It's this record, and this record shouldn't even have... Fuck it, let's get into this right now. Because this just kind of made me mad. So
now I'm mad.
So Puddle of Mudd formed in the early 90s, like 91 or some shit like that, with a specific lineup, Kansas City, Missouri. They put out an EP called Stuck. I think it was called Stuck. And then they put out a full length in 1997 called Abrasive. With that lineup, or most of that lineup, I should say, for almost 10 years, they were doing their thing in Kansas City, never went anywhere. Eventually, Family Values Tour 99 came through Kansas City, Missouri. Fred Durst was there with Limp Bizkit, obviously. Fred Durst is an A&R guy. And Wes got him a demo tape, and Fred was like, I don't really like this. It's not very good, but there's still some potential here. Like, I don't like it, but people are going to like it. And so he flew Wes out to L.A. and the band, and he's like, your band sucks. They're just not good, so fire them. We'll put a band together for you, and we'll go from there. And then, piggybacking off of that story, Josh Freese talks about it in that Office Hours podcast, where he said that, when they went to go record this album, they had no drummer. They approached me and said, we have no drummer for this band, for this record. Can you play? He's like, yeah, I'll play. And then he told the story of what happened, and he's like, the A&R guys went to Kansas City or whatever, and the guys in the band at the time, they were fucking weird-ass motherfuckers, and they were wearing, like, tampon, or, like, maxi pads all over their heads, and just doing weird-ass shit.
Fucking heads and
doing weird shit, and Fred and the A&R guys were just like, no, these guys are out. Like, Wes is the guy to make this band popular, and honestly, it worked. I mean, Fred Durst is a smart dude. Whether or not you like him, he's a smart dude.
Hold on there, dude. So, like smart dude, maybe, right? Like, he's one of the, we've talked about, maybe like one of the greatest frontmen of all time, just because of the longevity that Limp Bizkit has endured, and just how much money he's made off of being America's most hated. And then, but like, finding this band sucks. The fact that they've gone on this long is surprising, but it's not that surprising, because in this era of like late 90s, like that post grunge, like all we get is this. Like, the most punk, the most fun, the most exciting band outside of this is like the Foo Fighters. Because even though you're a big fan, Bush, like, that band fucking sucks.
I'm not a big fan of
Three Doors Down, that band
I'm
fucking sucks.
not a big fan of Bush. What are you talking about?
This band sucks. Stain sucks. Like, all of this era of fucking music sucks. Like, the post grunge movement was fucking garbage.
Overall, yeah. I mean, there were some good songs that came out of post grunge from like 95 to 2002. There was some good stuff, good songs, but overall, yeah. I mean, I would say like 95% of it was bad. The other 5% is some good shit.
Bad. It's so bad, and it's so totally just agree. Like.
But don't be completely dismissive of it, because there are some good songs that came out of the post-grunge
I know you like fucking Bush.
I do like some Bush songs.
I know. I get it. I get it.
I do.
There are some fun songs out there, and like, I like She Hates Me. I think that's a fun song. I wouldn't call it a good song, but it's a fun song, and I have a really good time listening to it. But this era of music, including the Foo Fighters, it's just not fucking good. It is just not good. Like, just because you think you can write like pop songs and you can church them up with like kind of distorted guitars and a little bit like heavy instrumentation, where you're trying to like pretend to be grunge music, but you're really just like a pop star who can't fucking sing. Like, nah, go fuck yourself. This is terrible. And Fred Durst is a anomaly, because he fronts a band that is like pushing the envelope like through and through for decades, right? Not just like years, not just like genres, right? Like, because the genre can beginning and end. Dude, like Fred, like still sucks, right? Still pushing that envelope, and that's just fucking wild. But then Stained and Puddle of Mudd, like, bro, you're good at one thing does not make you good at everything, and you're not good at this thing because Puddle of Mudd and Stained fucking suck. They just do.
Yeah. They're not very good.
They're
really
not good at all.
No.
They're awful. Puddle of Mudd is awful. This is an awful band. Like at least like Motley or Poison, I can get behind.
Yeah, they had a couple fun songs.
Because you like the mask thing, and you like the costumes, and you like all that stuff.
I like Slipknot.
Right?
That's the only thing you're pulling from.
Costumes and fucking Halloween and like dressing up and putting makeup on. And you like that stuff, and that's whatever. That's fine. Like Poison is just like the Slipknot of the '80s. Is what's happening there.
I mean, God, you just say. I mean, it's just. I know you're just rage. I know you're just baiting me right now. I know what you're doing.
Doing like, if we're doing like a Slipknot episode, and I call them like the fucking Poison.
But it's just like I know it's such a. I know you don't mean it at all, and you're just trying to debate me on this one. And
but it is kind of true though.
It's not true at all. Like it's not.
Yeah, Slipknot is just their entire being is just image. That's it. They.
Now I know you're lying through your teeth.
I know you're lying through your teeth. That's true though. For that one guy out there who's gonna listen and fucking make it and get all his asshole and be like, "Oh, fucking this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about." I do like Slipknot, and I have no way. It's like the disclaimer right at the very end. Like, don't forget, we actually don't condone smoking here. Smoking is bad for your health. I feel like we have to say that now because these fucking knuckleheads on the internet.
After that brief interruption, let's get into another song.
Were you snapping? Were you cool guy over here?
Cool guy over here. Hey.
Were you the Fonz?
Hey. Pop my collar up.
Oh, you've never seen Happy Days in your fucking life. Get out of here.
Okay. Anyway, let's get into another song. Yeah, we good?
What's your biggest okay song?
Blurry. Why not? Only because there's nostalgia. Honestly, because there's nostalgia. That's it. I don't think it's a good song. I really don't think it's a good song.
That's wild to me. Like to me, we're just saying lies. Let's say lies.
Well, I mean,
we'll say lies.
I really don't think it's that great of a song.
Let's say lies. Tell me sweet lies. I will say, I don't care what you're saying because it's lies. I will say.
Were you singing the Unwritten Law version of that song?
No. No. That's annoying. You would even say that. It's so obnoxious. Yeah.
Oh, man.
What did you just throw?
A toy. These
for
dogs
such a
are out of
shit
control.
Band,
yeah.
They're out of control. Just put them outside. I can't because there's owls because there's skunks. Then put them like in a different room. I could do that, but like they're like my children. Would you put your children? No, I wouldn't do that because they're fucking dogs.
I don't know why you're still going on about this.
We need to treat dogs like dogs.
I don't know why you're still going on about this.
It's like Renee. It's like Renee when it rains outside. Oh, bring the dogs in. Bring the dogs in. Like, why? If the dogs don't want to get wet, they'll fucking come inside. Like, it's fine. Leave them outside. You don't have to lock them inside. They're dogs. It's not a person. It's a dog.
Yeah, I know.
Put the dog in a fucking closet if you won't shut the fuck up. That's what I would do. Put him in a fucking closet. I do it. It's a big closet. Anyway, Blurry. For such a shit band, that's a pretty dope intro. That's a cool guitar part written by the bass player, which means okay. You think it's a cool intro?
It's fine. It's very of its time. That whole guitar effect with all that reverb.
There ain't no fucking band.
Every fucking post. Every other
fucking band, just because your boy,
new metal.
Nobody
bands.
in fucking Stain was doing a harmonic riff like this.
Bullshit.
Nobody in Stain was doing this.
It was very popular.
Nobody.
It was very popular.
No.
It was definitely popular in new metal. It was definitely popular in new metal. Yes, it was.
No, not like
you know
this.
About new metal.
No. I listened to every fucking. Listen to the first record by like every new metal band possible. On the face of this godforsaken planet.
You know nothing.
Good or worse.
You know nothing.
No, this is it's not a great riff. It's a very like basic kind of harmonic riff.
It is.
But it's still really, really good. The song sucks. The song is fucking terrible. But I I like the song in theory because I think it has a good pace to it. It's a lot of like loud, soft, dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
The chorus is catchy enough because it's the repetition thing. So I get why people like this band, but the song fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. His voice is dumb. The subject material of this is dumb. I don't give a fuck like how horrible your upbringing was and like a drug addict. Like, dude, I don't fucking care because you're not making me want to care.
It also, it reminds me a lot of the Kryptonite song from Three Doors Down too. It has that kind of same element, that same way of building, the same way where like nobody
That's
really
a
does
song,
anything. I agree, it is a better song, but it's in the fact that the song itself is not, or the music, the instrumentals, and all that kind of stuff. None of that is memorable, but it's the chorus that hits really fucking hard. That's pretty damn catchy. I don't know. I would compare this a lot to that Three Doors Down song. But yeah, the Kryptonite the chorus is way fucking catchier. But in the end, Blurry is also, it's a catchy chorus. It is a catchy chorus. I don't like it, but it is catchy. And it makes me mad that I like it.
It's a catchy chorus by repetition. You just say the same shit over fucking over and over and over. It's going to be catchy.
But it's also the pre-chorus that goes into it, because you hit the pre-chorus and it
What's the pre-chorus?
I don't remember I don't remember the lyrics.
Exactly.
But the pre-chorus also, the pre-chorus is a nice little build.
She hates me. You remember front to back, she hates me. But you only remember the chorus of Blurry.
Once again, the reason why I put Blurry above She Hates Me, or I put it as my number one, is because it's nostalgia. It's not really anything more than that. It's really what it is.
She Hates Me came out the same time Blurry did.
Blurry was the second single, I believe, and then She Hates Me was the fourth single. I didn't hear She Hates Me.
So months later?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
22 years ago?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I've watched this Blurry video hundreds of times. Or maybe not hundreds, but probably around 100 times I've watched this Blurry video. The She Hates Me video, maybe like 20, 30 times. Because at this time, She Hates Me was not nearly as big of a song as Blurry. So they didn't play it as much. I never went out of my way to go listen or watch these videos. They were just always fucking
you
playing.
couldn't. You couldn't go out of your way to do it because you were stuck watching whatever MTV played.
I could have, because I could have recorded them. Like I used to record music videos all the time.
Everybody did. Welcome to Earth.
I know. So, but I never did that with Puddle of Mudd. So no, I technically, I could have recorded it and watched as much as I wanted to, but I didn't. Whatever. So like I forgot what your point there was, but
that's. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like you remember the entirety of She Hates Me, but you only remember the chorus of Blurry. And like you still think Blurry's better because the video is a little bit better. And the video for Blurry is dumb.
I didn't say the video was better. I didn't say that at all.
Nostalgic or something. I don't.
It's just
honestly,
nostalgia.
Whenever you say things like that, I don't care because
you base your opinions off nostalgia too. I heard this band at camp. I like Bouncing Souls because I went to camp once. You know.
That's
stupid.
That's funny. That one got me. That was a good one. I like that one.
But anyway, this song is not that great. Oh, so let's talk about the videos real quick. Both videos. She Hates Me. We'll even talk about Control too. But so Blurry video. I mean, Fred Durst directed this one. He's in the video. He's one of the bar patrons, just sipping on a Budweiser, watching Puddle of Mudd in an empty bar. And Bud Heavy, yeah. And that's the fucking video. There's some other
it.
Yeah, there's nothing here in the video. Just them playing on a small little bar stage. She Hates Me video, it definitely has higher production. There's a lot of actors in here. They're all just lip syncing the song, and some guys working at McDonald's, other guys like high school students.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah. And they're playing on
talking about their girlfriends
stage, like in the middle of like a downtown city, and then everybody comes running up. Like that was a big thing with music videos.
Oh yeah,
and then
run at the camera, and then the camera's on his back, and everybody's running on top of it,
or just people running in general. People just love to run in videos.
Everybody's just running. What are we running?
Everybody's
for?
running in videos at the time.
I would never run for Puddle of Mudd.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not either. Have you ever ran for a band?
No.
Not even like when you went to a show, you never ran to try to get to the barricade?
No.
No, okay. I have. Once. Corn.
I would never.
I was
'Cause if
right
I
on
wanna
the
get to
barricade.
I'm gonna get to the fucking barricade. But I don't like being on the barricade because I don't want to just. I don't know. At some point, I don't want like them touching me or even like the close to be touching
Acknowledging
me.
you.
It's just that's not why I'm here. Like I'm here to watch a movie. It just happens to be a live movie. Like we're having fun at the same time. I'm not here because of you. I'm here with you, type of thing.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Just how I go to shows, I guess.
I get it. Sometimes it's fun to get as close as you can to the front. Remember, like when we saw Angels and Airwaves at Chain Reaction?
Oh yeah,
That was fun trying to get to the front.
We went to the front for a different reason. At least, like I for sure went to the front for a different reason because I'm like, this is like at the time and somewhat still today, like this is one of my like musical idols. So I want to be as close as I can to the stage, and I want to make him see me, and I want to make sure that he sees me putting the biggest middle finger I could possibly have right in front of his face. And that's what
as we
did.
sing along to all of his songs. Yes,
Yeah, and that's what we did.
that was our thing for a little while. Yeah. But then we would sing every fucking word to every single song from these bands that we loved.
What do you mean for a little while? They still, I mean, if I'm in the pit,
We don't do it as
fingers
much as
going
we
up.
used to. Yeah, but we don't do it as much as we used to.
I feel like, so when we went to Refuse, we weren't in the pit and Refuse. We were back a little bit.
Yeah.
If we were in the pit on Refuse or closer, I feel like the finger would have been up. People don't take as kindly to it anymore.
No, not at all.
People are kind of like,
They get pissed.
Why you hate this band? Why are you here? So it's
So dumb.
different ball game. A little more pretension now. A little more skip in today's shows than there was.
That's a good point. Yeah.
10, 15 years
a lot
ago.
less fun at shows nowadays.
Absolutely.
People full on doing a full blown skip.
That's why I said a lot more skip in today's.
I
shows
just
than
really
there was
wanted
10 years,
to let it be
ago.
known that's what we were referring to. We want to keep the cyberbullying going. So
Yes.
So anyway, Blurry. I got nothing else about this fucking song. I don't have anything else about She Hates Me either.
I don't have anything about this band.
I think the lyrics on this album too. They're just so basic. You know, this girl's a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I'm heartbroken. But there are a couple songs about his kid and loneliness and a little bit of depression. But overall, I think the lyrics. I feel like they try to be deep, but I feel like a lot of the lyrics are they feel empty. Like they're just placeholders for everything else. There's a lot of words in these songs, but they don't go anywhere. They don't really build a world. I think they're just so average at best. But he just has a lot of words.
Blurry was the only one I thought was like the deepest out of all of them, because that's the one he wrote like when he was in LA.
Yeah.
And he wrote it about his kid, and he missed his son, and that's when he was getting like wined and dined and
69.
69. When Kevin says that
It's so funny
to
how he
Angela,
says
it's
it.
just that is you don't, bro, you can't say that. That's not okay.
And the way he says 69 too, like he kind of like
69.
looks up and he goes wine dine and 69.
69.
So
Can't say
dumb.
that. Can't say that. Can't fool me twice. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this band really. I don't know. Is this? Are we doing wrap ups here?
I mean, on it. Control.
I don't have any.
Well, let's get into Control. That was also a single that was. Honestly, I completely forgot about this song until this week, and then
Same.
I definitely remembered the chorus and all that kind of stuff because this song was fairly popular.
It was very popular.
But yeah, in the end, it's just like a heavy, generic kind of riff, generic lead. But the bass does cut through pretty nice on this song. But in the end, it's a vanilla song, catchy but vanilla.
There are a couple parts of this record where I thought like the bass comes through a little bit, and I thought, oh, at least you have one musician in your band. That's cool. Because again, like even though Josh Freese like is maybe the greatest studio drummer of all time, but like you don't see it on here. You don't hear it on here. He's worthless on this record. He's just whatever. But that's not the point of him being here. But at least like the bass player, at some points throughout this record, has some cool lines. It cuts through a little bit, and Control's cool. It's very, very Limp Bizkit inspired. Like the difference in the soft, like hard verses, and like the chorus dynamic that's going on. Very Limp Bizkit. I don't know. This song fucking sucks though. The way you smack my ass, like that's
It's so bad.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
This guy never grew up. Like, you never grew up, dude. Like, you have a song about Butterface, right? Like, when everything's good, Butterface. Like, dude, 20 years later, like, you're still doing this. Ugh.
And so yeah, with that's Control. And the video is another one of those videos where it's mostly a performance video. They're playing in a bar. They're a bar band. And then it's also like it's intercut with like Wes's girlfriend like breaking up with him, and you know he has to walk to the gig, and it just, God, it's so stupid. It's just so dumb.
Stupid,
so dumb. But yeah, I mean, I did want to talk about that one, and then also one other song too was Nobody Told Me. So this song was also originally on the Abrasive record that came out in '97, and but they re-recorded it they recorded it again for this record, and honestly, the original version was better. That was actually my banger off of the first album. But on this one, man, I don't know. It's just like, it started off kind of cool. It's like this kind of sludgy thing a little bit. And it sounded like they were kind of being a little jammy, like for like a minute of the song. They were trying to do something jammy, but it just didn't quite hit. It didn't quite work. They were trying to do something out of their comfort zone, but it didn't quite hit. But then Josh's drums come in here, and this is the example that I was talking about in this specific version of the song, where it sounds like Josh had never heard this song prior, because there are moments where like, damn, Josh normally would have thrown in this really cool fill. He could have done something really cool here, but no, this whole song is literally the same beat, no fills, just copy and paste a beat. That's what this song is. So I did want to bring that up as well. But in the end, also real quick too, I don't have very many notes, so I'm trying to just pull everything together. This record sold over 5 million copies, which is insanity. And that's worldwide. They sold over 3 million here in the States, and that's a lot. Even for, I mean, in 2001, Napster era, Kazaa era, a lot of people were stealing music, and they still sold over 5 million records worldwide. And this is probably how Wes still makes money, is just the residuals off of this record. Because, yeah, man, this is...
But then, like, they released a record this year. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck is that even possible? Mm-hmm. Like, who in your life is telling you that you're still doing a good job? Like, that to me, like, that boggles my mind more than anything that they've ever done. Is how they are still, like, producing music.
I mean, their fan base, people, I mean, they do have a pretty, from what I was reading and everything, it seems like they have a pretty strong fan base, but in a very specific region of the United States, like obviously not obviously, but very southern, you know, Arkansas, Alabama, you know, Georgia, Florida, you know, just very much more southern states that still really like this band, for whatever reason. They do. I
mean, it's fucking Hicks, dude. It's Hicks from Hicksville like this shit. It's the people that think like fucking Creed and Nickelback and Stain and Breaking Benjamin are fucking gospel, right? This early 2000s shit fucking music. This is my wrap up in case you have anything else to say. Then
no, that's fine. We can wrap it up. Yeah.
It's just like, this is just shit fucking music. All of these bands that I just mentioned are just absolute fucking garbage. And like the whole Nickelback like resurgence of like, well, they're actually not that bad. Like, no, they're not as bad as like we have portrayed them to be over the past 10 years.
But they're
still pretty shit.
But they're significantly better. No, they're way better than Puddle of Mudd.
They are better because they've written
better
like I would say they've written like 3 songs that are really, really fucking catchy, and they just wrote them over and over. They Bob Dylan their own songs, just over and over and over again. But for sure, like the people that like this are just dumb fucking Hicks. And I don't even care. I don't even fucking care. It's disrespectful and it's stupid. But the people that like Puddle of Mudd are the same
guys over here. Yeah,
are the same fucking people that go to like Stagecoach. Are the same people that love fucking Luke Bryan. The same people that love all these bullshit fucking generic ass garbage pop country musicians that are no different than like things that came out 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Unless your name is Garth Brooks, you are not pop country. Go fuck yourself. Don't even care.
Even Garth Brooks, that's like...
But at least he knew it, though. He knew it.
True,
He's like, fuck yeah. I make garbage music, and I make garbage music for the masses, and I'm going to sell my soul to Walmart for more money than anyone could ever possibly imagine.
Yep.
And he did it.
He did.
And what's his name? Chris
Gaines.
Chris Gaines.
Gaines.
They both knew it, and they both fucking did it. Like, that's... Oh, dude, Garth Brooks. Man, Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines, man. Those two guys.
So stupid.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, Garth Brooks fucking knew, dude. Garth was like, okay, I found like an untapped market, essentially, because like nobody gave a fuck about country music leading into the 80s and early 90s. Like, that was just like we're done. Outlaw country's dead. Like, everything is gone. I don't want to get the whole country thing here. Like, Puddle of Mudd is garbage, dude. Like, the post-grunge movement is garbage. I don't like throwing Foo Fighters into the post-grunge movement because
I don't either.
we only do it because of Dave Grohl, but they're not post-grunge.
No.
Post-grunge is literally your favorite band, Bush. It's Puddle of Mudd. It's Creed. It's Nickelback. It's fucking 3 Days Grace. All these stupid fucking bands that are just so bad. Puddle of Mudd is one of them.
I would define it more as boring, not necessarily bad, but just really fucking boring music. Vanilla, boring music. Vanilla, heavy music. Vanilla, like heavy vanilla music. That's what it is. Like, yeah, they have a shit ton of overdub on their guitars.
It's bad. It's bad because we thought, as a society back then, we thought, like, where do we go post grunge? Like, after grunge has died, after Kurt Cobain is dead, like, we're done now. Like, what's the next big thing? Let's manufacture the next big thing. Well, let's still keep doing the grunge thing. Well, let's make sure that it's like pop friendly. Let's make sure it's radio friendly. And that's this post grunge movement. It's fucking bad. It's stupid. It's bullshit. At least like third wave ska had some like umph to it, right? If you hate third wave ska, whatever. At least it was something different. At least it was something like you could either love or hate, but yeah, it was fun, right? It was something original, something that like ska had never sounded like, two-tone had never sounded like. It was something different or something its own. Post grunge is fucking garbage. I don't know why you love Bush so much, but post grunge is just absolute fucking garbage. This may be like my least favorite genre of music of all fucking time, even more so than like pop country. This is so bad.
Actually, Bush is putting out a new record next month. Maybe we should do that.
I know, and you're super excited.
I'm not at all.
That's. I know you're probably excited about that one.
I am not excited. No.
Fucking hell. My honest rating of this, like I give their covers album a 1 because you probably should listen to it. I give their first record a 1 because you should listen to it one time. I give this a 0.5. And I only give it a 0.5 because of She Hates Me. I really do enjoy that song, and that's only because of how I've weaponized it against someone that I should be caring about, but I treat them like this. I live to bother them. Like that's all all I care about is just bother. Pretty much everybody in my life, I live to bother. Annoyance.
Yeah. I've known you.
God, this record is bad, dude.
25 years, and that's been every time we hang
out. That's all I like to do in my life is just bother people. But this record bothers me. So you're bothering the bothers.
Bothering the botherer.
Bothering the botherer.
Yes.
This record, I give this record a 0.5.
0.5 out of 3. So we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So 0.5 out of 3. That's low. We rarely give anything sub 1. Like it's even bad. Even 1. We rarely give out 1s.
We don't do anything that's bad.
Yeah. So
he's like, yeah, we shouldn't have done this. Yeah.
I mean, I think we should not have done this. We got so much shit for doing Stained. And there was another band. I mean, 311 we got a lot of shit for doing. But there was another one too. I can't remember what it was. But Stained and 311, we got a lot of shit from the fan.
We got a lot of shit from Stained because, like, why would you do Stained if you hate it? But we got a lot of shit from 311. We're like supporters of 311. we're mad at how much we shit on 311. And 311, like
they're good.
To me,
they're just good.
They're in the same kind of like concept of like Puddle of Mudd. Like this serves a certain demographic. This post grunge demographic, I think, is just for fucking hicks from Hicksville. But 311 is just, I don't know, guys that like maybe like miss the boat on Sublime and don't really know what else to do. So 311 fits that bill.
And the guys in 311 are a great musician. Like they're all great, but it just some of their like a lot of their music is just kind of vanilla. I don't know.
They have like five. They have like I would say they have like 8 bangers. Otherwise, everything else is like
you got a good solid 12 greatest hit, like a good greatest hits record from 311.
No. We'll say 10.
Okay, split the difference. So my final thoughts on Puddle of Mudd, this record. This is not a very good record. I agree with almost everything you said. I think the post-grunge era of music was generally just 99% of it was bad. 99% of it was bad. And it was just the music industry trying to make a buck off of not only grunge but also Kurt Cobain's death. I mean, because Nirvana was such a cash cow for Geffen and music in general, and just trying to make more bands that sound like Kurt was a huge draw. Not drawl. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Draw.
And that's why you got your Stone Temple Pilots. You know, it went in the early '90s. I mean, it was still kind of in the grunge era, but Pearl Jam was still before that. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Puddle of Mudd, just there's no reason for them. There's just who I don't know why people still like that. And Wes Scanlon is just like such a piece of shit. He really is. Not only just to like people in his personal life, he's a piece of shit too, but also like the fans. Like he'll show up drunk, he'll show up fucking strung out or whatever he's doing, and just not even play a show or play a couple songs and bail out and just totally disrespect the people that paid to come out and see him.
He's a piece of shit.
He's an asshole. Yeah.
Even this year, 2025, he's a piece of shit.
Happened like 3 weeks ago. Where he was doing some like bet, or
he wouldn't get out of his fucking car,
and it wasn't like it was like some sort of like not NASCAR event, but some racing event in Alabama or something like that, and they auctioned off a guitar that the band signed. They auctioned off for like $6,000 to go to some charity, and then the band played after that auction. They got like 2 songs in, but he was so wasted that he couldn't even finish the set. It's like, come on, dude, you're like what? Early 50s now, and you're still
way too
stuff?
Fucking old to be a piece of shit like this. Yeah, dude. Like people like phase out or they die. People age out of crime. People age out of like drug addiction, or they just die. Yeah. This guy's done neither. I don't know how the fuck he's still alive. I don't know how the fuck he's not like in jail. Like he must have good residuals from like this record because he has good representation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So with that being said, I'll give this a 1. A 1 out of 3. I'm being generous today. I'm being a nice guy today.
You are being generous today. Surprised you give it a fucking 3.
I give it a 1 because I feel like people should at least hear it once to understand. Like, I think people should when it comes to the post grunge era bands, I think everybody should hear this record by Puddle of Mudd. They should hear Creed.
Just say Bush.
Human Clay by Creed, and they should hear Nickelback. Those are the 3 post grunge
bands. You tried real hard
bands.
not to say Bush. I know that's fine though.
Because Bush has some good songs. Those other 3 bands, they have some okay songs, but that's about it. Bush has some really fucking good songs. A lot of vanilla, but some really good songs. But anyway, so yeah, I think Puddle of Mudd needs to be heard at least once. Creed and Nickelback are the other 2 that need to be heard at least once to really understand what really post grunge is or what it was.
Not this record though. You can listen to Abrasive. Get it?
But this has "She Hates Me," your favorite fucking song, right?
That's the only reason why I got a 0.5. If you took that song out of this would have got a 0. Yeah. It would have got a 0.
0 fun for you. Okay, so
truly, dude, I like a lot of bad music. We did a whole episode of bad music 2 weeks ago,
and we did it today too.
Man, this is bad.
So I'm done. I don't want to talk about Puddle of Mudd ever again.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. Ever again for the rest of my life.
This has been such like. I mean, I still had fun this week because I wanted to talk shit on it, but this is the hardest band I've ever had to get through on the podcast. Easily the hardest band. And we've done a lot of shit bands, but not a lot. But we've done some shit bands, I should say. And this was the toughest of them all. But
yeah, no, if this for me was this Stained, Poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's all I got for this episode. That's all we have for this episode. Thank you all for listening. And that's it. That's all.
Airloose.